Now, your 41 NBC AccuWeather forecast, presented by Volume Chevrolet.
Welcome back. Downtown Macon, got some peachy colors there on the horizon. Definitely not a bad night if you wanted to dine out on the town, sit outdoors. It is, again, you're not going to have too many nights left where it's nice and warm out like this and there's not many bugs, right? Because it's going to be another few weeks before you start dealing with the mosquitoes. You know, pollen comes back first, the bees are coming back now. But, you know, once you start talking about mosquitoes, it just gets annoying to be out there in the evening sometimes. So nothing for us to follow on our radar. The flood warning on the Oconee River will expire at 9 a.m. tomorrow, that side of the rain that came through last week. And since then, of course, that cold front did not drop our temperature. It's only gotten warmer. 78 was our high today. That's 11 above the normal of 67. But we were seasonal overnight last night into this morning. 42 degrees for that low. And we're going to be about 10 degrees above that tonight. Now notice that cloud cover is expected to fill in as we push towards midnight and beyond. And temperatures will largely be in the 60s until about midnight. Some spots maybe a little bit longer, but I'm largely thinking lower 50s. We'll check those out in a second. There is a full moon tonight. And the clouds are going to be coming in, but early on when the sun first goes down, still going to be pretty clear out there. Should be able to see the full warm moon. Named so because, you know, in other parts of the country where it gets a lot colder in the winter, the ground's almost frozen. You know, it doesn't mean it's covered with snow or anything, but, you know, the worms can't emerge out of it yet. Then as things warm up, it softens up with the mud and the worms can come out. Just another example of things, life, making a return during the warmer months of spring. 52 degrees for low tonight. As I mentioned, the wind will be light out of the east-southeast. There's a possibility for some patchy fog into tomorrow. I do think the wind gusts may be a little too strong for that to be thick, but this will be one of the cooler nights we have this week. Maybe tomorrow night a little bit cooler. Other than that, it's really going to start to get warm. And the same goes for the afternoons. Today was pretty warm, right? Tomorrow, a little bit cooler than today. Then Wednesday, and after that, it's just going to start to really get warm. We could be seeing mid-80s by the time we get into the weekend. Tomorrow, we'll start off cloudy, and that is why it's going to be a cooler day. Cloud cover in the morning will stymie your temperatures. It's going to be clear overnight tomorrow heading into your Wednesday, and I expect that on Wednesday, we're going to be getting up to low 80s for much of the region. Everybody should get to the 80s by Thursday. No major systems coming our way either. There's some interesting stuff that's expected later this week over Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, but we're looking good here in Georgia outside of the pollen levels, which are expected to rise. It's typically pretty bad here in the spring. Tree pollen is the main culprit. We are seeing a little bit of grass pollen. That's more of a concern, typically speaking, in the mid to late spring. So overnight tonight, again, these clouds filling in for us likely after midnight. Temperatures down to the low 50s out the door in the morning, and it's going to be a cloudy start, so that will stymie temperatures a bit, but I still think most of us are going to get into the mid 70s, maybe a few spots stay in the 60s, but it really shouldn't be a whole lot cooler than today. And then overnight tomorrow night will probably be the coolest night of the week. Lows around 50 degrees, and then we'll be off to the races after that. We'll check it out in 10 seconds.
Every new Volume Chevrolet comes with our exclusive 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty, 24-hour roadside assistance, and oil changes for life.
Volume Chevrolet.
Your 41 NBC AccuWeather 7-day forecast is presented by Volume Chevrolet. So starting cloudy tomorrow, but we'll get clearer in the evening. And then after that, it is very warm. Again, there could be a couple of shower chances, but there's no major organized systems coming our way this week, and that's great, right? Because you go into spring, and that is your tornado season. We're really going to be heading towards that soon. So it's nice and reassuring to know there's no organized systems headed this direction. But again, pollen levels are going to be up. The bees are back, so make sure you got those allergy meds and whatnot handy.